Hey guys, Scott Sillari here with Real Synch, and welcome back to another episode of Real Tech Talk. I'm super excited to have Steve de Laveaga here to discuss a little bit about what Steve does within the real estate landscape at R.I.S.E, and then also how we have a working relationship. So, Steve, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. How are you, Scotty? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just, it's the new year. It's trying to get things moving, right? I'm sure you are as well. Yeah. So tell the audience a little bit about your program, your business, and what you guys are doing to help the real estate landscape.
I've been in the real estate conversion engine business for about 21 years, spent 16-ish years with Fidelity National Financial, was part of our acquisitions for Real Geeks, Commissions Inc., Skyslope, also oversaw 3,600 salespeople. Started our company, R.I.S.E, which is an acronym for Real Intelligent Sales Engagement. And we've built the largest conversion engine agnostic entity in America, a little over 540 teams, generating right around 44,000 leads a month, warm connection-based leads. We have 51 lenders, 44 title companies, people like yourself, 10 best-in-class technology partnerships. We drive all of that consumer lead flow into an ecosystem so that we get a integrated consumer experience. So the consumer is dealing with a top real estate team who's working with the top lenders, integrated with the top title company to give that consumer experience, which, as we know, people don't talk enough about it, but consumers get frustrated when they get bounced. Oh, here, go talk to this lender or that lender. Yeah, go get your lenders and talk to 3 or 4. No one wants that. Who's the best and why? Oh, price, service, financial consulting basis, great. That's what I want. And we tend to find that in our groups. And so we've been able to generate the largest conversion engine agnostically in America. We close more Realtor.com and Ojo Lab leads than anybody in the United States.
That's amazing. And I love you're coming from the consumer standpoint because, the consumer experience isn't talked about enough. And it's vital to them having that great fluid service each step of the way, right? So you work with all these great teams, you're generating and working with these different lead source companies to bring them into your ecosystem. Talk a little bit about, how you started to work with Real Synch and kind of how we've been able to help you fit, help your clientele and kind of fit into that ecosystem as well from a technology standpoint.
You've become a real integral partner in our network because we have, say, 51 elite lending entities, right? So these are groups that are doing 150 to 250 million in volume each. Companies doing $5, $6, $7 billion a year volume wise. And so they've got their POS point of sale platform. They've got Velocify and their CRM. Oh, then I'm partner with the realtor and he's in Zillow or he's in R.I.S.E and I need to get your, data, Steve. So you've got all these pieces. And the problem is, as you know, none of them talk to them. And this whole one-stop shop, it's all a myth. It's all a bunch of crap. It doesn't exist. Anybody sells you on that's dead wrong. You want to ask the question, what's the most integratable software? Why we love Real Synch is I can say to my lenders, okay, listen, you've got your point of sale, you got your CRM, Velocify, Big Purple Dot, whatever. We're going to take Real Synch, which will take all your data in and then sync it to your point of sale, to your CRM, grab data from R.I.S.E, bring it in. So now everything goes into Real Synch and you spoke out into all these. So now you don't have to worry about having to have a quote one-stop shop that absolutely never works. Let's just have a single data point where I can bring all my data in, make sure my CRM's got it, make sure these other platforms get the data that they need all out of one central hub. And as you know, you've solved a lot of problems for my lenders who go, okay, so if I get Real Synch, Steve, I don't have to worry about all this other stuff. And no, then it goes into Real Synch and we'll create an integration with your Velocify, with your R.I.S.E Gmail account, which generate leads, with your Zillow account you use with your agent. All these things now play in one so that they all end up in your CRM, Mr. Lender. Because if not, you've got all these things going out here and none of them end up back in your ecosystem, which is where they need to reside if you're going to build a real business.
Yeah. And a lot of the feedback we've seen or heard is like, these teams aren't small. It's not like a one one or two lenders, they're sizable. So you have to get the leads into a place where these lenders are working out of, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
So
all of them have 10 to 15 people, right? They have 3 to 5 LOs, 5 to 6 LOAs, processing, a database manager, and if you don't have the data, if you have bad data, it's like having a map of Detroit, but you're in Dallas. You're going to be lost the whole time, no matter what.
I like that analogy. It's good. So what have you heard or seen? What feedback have you gotten about, from the ones that have come in and use Real Synch for, for this integration as a partner? What have you heard, or what have you seen with them and the efficiencies that they've had?
The thing that I like, and I think that's because you guys come from real estate too, which I respect, is it's easy. Look, none of us, I'm 54 years old, and I'm considered fairly techie in this space, and I'm not even close. None of us want more tech we don't know how to use.
Right.
Real Synch, I like it. It's simple. Here's what it does. Hold their hand to get it integrated in the first place. Here, then let's test the data. Let's test it and make sure it's right. Okay, yep, it's pulling these fields. You guys set good expectation. When they say, oh, I want to pull all of this. Nope, not going to pull all of it. We're going to pull these 5 fields, the 5 we need. That's what it's going to pull. That's what it's going to sync to. And then it works. See, done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't need a space shuttle to go across the street. I need the data to come in. We parse it. And these 5 fields to be auto-populated. So we don't have to double entry. If you start asking people to double entry data, Scott, I got news for you. It ain't going to happen. It's barely happening if you ask them to enter one time. So now double, triple entry, and all of these platforms, Realtor.com, Ojo, Zillow, they all want you to work in their native. So if you're going to work in their native, you better have one centralized hub, which is where Real Synch comes in, where all the data comes in there, and that populates the CRM, the point of sale, et cetera. That's why you guys, it works, it's simple, and it's cost neutral, meaning it's not some obnoxious, 10 grand integration fee, stuff that people, can't have the money to pay, or they pay it, they still don't understand it. You guys, your stuff works, which is why we recommend it.
And what's exciting as well is it's going to get even more affordable and efficient as we do some refactoring on our own platform in the next few months, which is what we're planning to do. It's going to allow a lot more partners and applications to come in and be part of our ecosystem as well for less of a upfront cost, which sometimes it can be a burden. So, and the whole reason we exist, Steve, is because of double data entry. I mean, literally, it's like the bane of the broker, the mortgage broker, the real estate team's existence is having their agents in like 3 or 4 different systems and the same data over and over and over again. And we know that there's tons of errors. So yeah, I'm glad that it's working so well. So what maybe talk to me a little bit more about, if someone's watching this right now and hadn't heard of R.I.S.E before, talk to me a little bit about what you guys are doing that's different than, just going directly to Realtor.com or Ojo or one of these other, lead gen systems.
Everyone can be on Ojo. Everyone can be on OpCityRealtor.com. The problem is everybody's algorithm. What we have spent our time on is the data science and algorithm. Overwhelmingly, our 546 teams approximately sit in the top 1/4% of conversion, and 90% of them were already on it. I'll take an example. Spring Benson. She's the #1 agent in the world for real. She's #1 agent in the state of Utah. She was on OpCity for 3 years and 9 months on her own, closed 1 transaction. Because they sign up, put agents in, say you're going to get leads and let them go. Not understanding there's a click to claim time, not understanding your click percentage ratio, not understanding what your claim won versus accepted is, not understanding how to move people through the ecosystem where you get increased score, which increases your data science, which increases your lead flow. To give you context, she's been with us for 6 months. Her last 3 months, she's averaged 9.7 closings a month. We're the largest conversion source she has in her entire business. It's now something she puts her top 15 agents in, and every month their closings go up.
Yeah.
That's an example. And that's an agent that didn't need us. She's doing 500 plus deals a year.
You know what?
She's like, I learned, Steve, how to make, this is 100 closings from me a year I'm going to get. Whereas when I met you, I'd done 1 in 3.5 years
Yeah.
because people don't understand the data science and algorithms. So, and by the way, here's the bad news. We are an exclusive. Once we sell in a market, we sell out. We're sold out in Arizona. We're sold out in Nevada. We're, close to sold out in, 92% of our markets. So if you want to play with us, you gotta, because we only sell enough to guarantee lead flow and conversion. Our average agent, not our team, we did our last 12 months. So most teams put between 3 and 5 agents in our program. The average median is 7.41 closings over 12 months. So you put 3 agents in, that's, 22 closings. Per agent, average sales price $340, paying a referral fee to a success fee, to Ojo and Realtor. That's a $44,000 net gain in commission. Think about that. Right?
Sign me up.
Yeah. And by the way, my membership fee is $300. It's 100% money back guarantee. Anytime you're not happy, we'll give you your money back sight unseen. But I reserve the same right. $300 a month. But what's nice is I reserve the same right to de-hire you from the program.
Right.
The $300 is really what I call an accountability fee. That's not per agent, that's per team. So one team can come in and put in 10, 15. We have some teams that put 3 teams in, so they buy 3 memberships, and they've got 30 agents, 10 in each team, all going between A, B, and C.
Yeah, I mean, what you just said is a no-brainer. I mean, if to spend $300 to have a 10 times higher conversion rate or whatever the math is on that is a no-brainer for the amount you're spending on leads as it is. I mean,
and then you get lead flow from realty.com, from prime seller leads, I get first to market advantages of realtor.com and Zillow and other opportunities because everybody wants access to the best teams. What people are figuring out is, Scotty, the better the agent that receives the lead, the better the lead. There are no bad leads. There's only bad follow-up and bad facilitation. That's it. There's no bad leads. Leads are the leads. That's what they are.
Yeah, I love it.
You want to be better at it. Have a good cultivation system. Be quick to the discussion. Move them through pipeline.
Right. Yeah, and what you said so true. And I know Spring very, very well. I've known her for a long, long time. And we never even talked about her before we started this recording. And I know Spring, and she would never be part of a program that wasn't crushing it for her. So you can trust that right there, which is amazing and good for her. I'm glad she's doing so well with your program. It's amazing.
She's referred 54 teams to us. 5 months. So that gives you an idea of her passion for the process. She uses Sisu, which is a very good data program, and Absolutely. It tracks every closing. So she knows exactly every month how much money she makes. And I'm proud of her because this was someone who didn't need to do this, but saw an opportunity. And now she's become the gold standard. I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, she's a client of ours with the integrations into Sisu, right? So we're pumping that data for her in there. Well, Steve, I appreciate your time. I don't need to take too much more. Obviously, if you're watching this, and you should pick up the phone, start dialing Steve right now to see if your market's available, so you can jump in. I just appreciate you being a great partner of Real Synch and allowing us to help your clients, get that speed the lead, faster into their CRM or POS system, right?
I think, Scott, this is important. If I'm out there listening, instead of trying to find the all-in-one, one-stop shop, which does not exist, Real Synch, let it be your hub and find pieces off of that you may want to engage and buy that are already synced up to it. That's a much better way to build a quality tech stack than look for some all-in-one, which it's impossible to do. If it was, someone would have done it. Unless you're going to build out Salesforce and spend $150,000 upfront building it, another $30,000 a month, go ahead, get Real Synch. What do you guys cost now, Scotty? A couple $100?
Yep.
A month?
Unlimited users and integration for $250.
And you've got integration with over 800 platforms across the real estate space. It's a no-brainer, guys.
Yeah.
No-brainer.
Yeah. So
appreciate you.
Hey, thanks so much, Steve. And thank you everyone for watching. This has been Scott with Real Synch, and we'll see you next time.